Good morning, good morning. I know it's early on a Saturday morning, so I don't expect a lot of people to get on this video, but I wanted to go ahead and go live this morning to share my experience with my first shampoo without braiding or banding. So I literally just got done, not literally, but I just recently finished washing my hair. And so I have my hair in this, I think it's called a wraparoo. I've talked about this before. This is what I use to dry my hair after I wash it, after I shampoo it. And you can kind of see back here, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it tucks down into this thing back here. I don't know if you can see it or not. I can't tell if you can see it, but hopefully you can. But it tucks down in this thing back here. I can show you what that looks like in a second. But yeah, so my loctician told me that I could go ahead and try to wash my hair, try it for the first time without braiding and banding. I was really hesitant because as I've shared before, my hair had a lot of heat damage on the ends when I got my Sisterlocks installed. I've been slowly trimming that damage, having my loctician trim that damage every so often, every few reties, I'll have her trim more of the ends off. So more of them are starting to look like locks, but I was still a little hesitant with that part of my hair. I also just had, just bits and pieces in my hair before getting my locks that just wasn't very healthy. And so I'm a little skeptical of how everything would pan out. But I went ahead and I did it this morning. I did decide to braid about 6 braids in the top where the majority of the damage is. I didn't band them though. I didn't put a rubber band on the end. Just wanted to see how things, was a little hesitant to just wash that part of my hair. I was afraid that I was going to end up with bunching or slippage to the ends of those locks. So I did just braid those. But what I wanted to do is share kind of what my hair looks like. So you are getting the raw experience of what my hair looks like. So you can see I did braid these in the top. And so my hair is still wet. I have not yet separated my locks. I'm going to do that here in just a moment. It's still a little damp. This is the wraparoo. Yes, it's called a wraparoo. It's right there on the tag. I don't know if you can see that or not. But this is a like t-shirt material, so it minimizes lint, and you can see it's gray on the inside, and then it is black on the outside. It has this little section here that is, you can Velcro down, and what this does is when you wrap your hair, like if you use a towel and you wrap your hair in a towel, well, this allows you to wrap your hair and actually tuck it in there. So that's how I keep it secure. And then this also doubles as a cape. So there are there's Velcro here as well. So this doubles as a cape. I got this on Amazon. Pretty sure I got this on Amazon. I think I did. Shoot, I don't know where I got this from. But it doubles as a cape. So I do sometimes, if my hair is dripping still, I'll put this around my shoulders just so I'm not wet. So that's that. But for my what I did with the shampoo that I used was the green tea Sisterlock shampoo, my favorite shampoo from the Sisterlocks company. Really good shampoo. It almost is it has kind of a tingling feeling when you use it on your scalp, get your scalp really clean. and it comes with this applicator. So this is what I use to, is actually what I use to wash my hair. And this was filled to the top. So I used a lot of this for this wash this morning. And actually I washed my hair about 4 times to really make sure it was clean. It took about 1 or 2 washes for it to really lather up. So I use that. And then yeah, so I have my 6 braids up here that I'm going to take out here in just a second, but I did want to just quickly examine my hair. It doesn't look, I mean, everything looks okay. I don't see any bunching or anything yet. Looking at this, I'm like, what the heck is that? Not sure why there's that little dip right there, but everything looks like it did before I washed it. So this lock, some of these, like these, I was already having some problems with, and she's been kind of repairing them. So these look like they are trying to bunch a little bit. These are my regular, they tend to bunch on me. So these do look like they're bunching just a little bit, but, and again, bunching is where your locks kind of gather at the bottom. And I do have a few that they're just regular bunchers. They just do that. But while I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and take these braids out. So clip my hair off the way and take these braids out. But what I have now is I just need to take the braids that I have in out, and then I will go ahead and separate my locks. So I'm gonna go ahead and start up here with these. So these braids, this section of my hair are the locks that, again, are a little bit more, they're taking a little bit longer to mature, mainly because it's where the majority of the heat damage was. So I was a sew-in wearer, okay? I wore my sew-ins, and this part of my hair was oftentimes the leave out, and I would flat iron it to death. And so that's why my locks are they're straight there, why the hair is pretty much this heat damaged. So I'm just quickly separating these locks, and then I'll do the same with the other locks in just a second, the other braids. And as I separate them, I do try to just very gently kind of pull them down to try to make sure I'm smoothing them out. These feel pretty dry, like they're not, it's damp, but it's not like super wet. So that section is done. And I'm going to move on to this one. So as I am doing this, I wanted to also share that I have purchased some products from Ashley Joy Cosmetics. And I got this lip gloss here from her. It is the Dreamer. I got 3 different lip glosses, and this was one of them, Dreamer, and that's what I'm wearing right now. It's a pretty, it's a really nice lip gloss that just allows you to kind of, you know, if you're just looking to put something on real quick and get out of the house, you're not trying to put on a thick, you know, amount of lipstick or anything, or matted lipstick, just some quick lip gloss, everyday lip gloss. This is a really good product. So I did, Ashley Joy Cosmetics is what the company is called. It's a Black owned company, and I really like it. I really like the products. I'll be looking at more of her stuff as well. So some of my locks, you can see, here's an example of why you have to separate locks, because that right there is marrying where my hair from one lock, if you could see those little strands, was trying to grab onto the other lock, and that's not what you want. You don't want your locks to marry, so it's important to just quickly separate them. And this doesn't take a terribly long time to do. I just popped another one because they were, I should have showed that one. I'm so used to doing it. Oh, there's one. So you can see that strand right there. Hopefully, kind of see it on my nail, on my finger. That is stuck to this other lock. So I just gently pull that apart. So that's why it's important to separate your locks, because they like to, they want to get together, and you don't want that. You don't want your locks trying to get together. I should have did this differently. I should have did the braids last, because I still have to go through and separate the loose locks, but I thought I would show you all what the braids, how these came out. And then one thing about unbraiding them when you do braid and band your hair is to be really gentle, because they will, at the base, they will tangle. And I've had mine tangle before, and it's just not a good or fun experience, because you don't want to damage your hair. See, this one is marrying too. So this is how you separate the locks. You just go in one by one, and I usually kind of stick my finger in between and to see if there's any hair where it might be trying to marry. And then when I go to get my reties, because I always wash my hair 48 to 24 hours before my retie. I try to. Sometimes I miss that 24-hour mark, but I try to. One thing I will do is go in, or what my loctician will do is she will go in and actually separate any locks that she needs to separate. But I try as best as I can to avoid that. I don't really want her to have to do that, because that means I didn't do a good job of separating them during the process, my shampooing process. So, and then we have these three over here, and I'm going to do these three real quick. So as I'm doing these three, I do want to share what it was like to wash my hair without braiding it, braiding and banding it. First of all, you know, you think that, let me just say it this way. So when I researched Sisterlocks, I knew that braiding and banding was part of the process, and I knew it was like, oh, that's going to be really tedious, but I felt as though it was worth it to be able to do in the beginning, and that at some point I wouldn't have to do it anymore. So I had been looking forward to that some point for a while, looking forward to not actually having to braid and band, and so even before I got my locks. So that's just, you know, something that you do. You look forward to that because you just want the freedom to be able to just wash your hair. But the reality is you also want your locks to look good. And so, you know, you should follow the instruction of your loctician. And my loctician had informed me that I needed to continue to braid and band until recently. So you think that day when it comes, you're going to be excited. At least I did. I thought I was going to be excited. I thought I was going to be like, oh yes, I could, you know, but I actually was very nervous. I was very hesitant. I was really nervous about the idea of no longer braiding and banding, and, you know, is my hair ready? What might happen to my locks? Am I going to damage my locks? So I was very hesitant to do that. So I have been thinking about this for a while, and my plan was originally to have my loctician or wash my hair right before my next retie. and to try it out then, you know, to do the braiding, to not braid and band right before my retie, so that if something did go wrong, she would be able to see it within the next day or so and fix anything. But I got a little anxious and decided to forego those plans. So that's number one. There's some, I think it comes with a little bit of, for me, it came with a little bit of hesitancy, just because I didn't know what was going to happen, and I still don't, because you know, I just did this a little bit ago. So that is the first thing. The second thing, in terms of the experience, it was oh, there's nothing that can describe how nice it felt to be able to let the water hit my hair, and my hair wasn't in braids all over. Granted, the top was braided, but everything else wasn't. So that was really nice. Saved me a lot of time, just because I only braided these 6 braids that I'm taking out right now, and everything else was out. So I was able to just go in and wash my hair. One thing I wasn't expecting is, you know, my hair isn't real long, but it's kind of full, you know, it's pretty thick. So it was all over the place. So I understand why some of the other ladies who have sister locks or micro locks, some of them wash their hair in sections. Like they'll take their hair and they put it in the clip, just like you do if you're, that's what I did when I was a loose natural. I would wash my hair in sections because it was so thick. So next time I think I'm going to maybe put it in 4 ponytails and wash each section, and then put it in a put that section in the ponytail and then go to the next section and so forth. Just to manage it a little better, so I don't have locks all over slapping me in the face and all that other stuff. But it felt really good to get in there and to be able to just wash my hair. So that was really nice. And yeah, definitely feel like it's a major milestone, and I am super excited that I was able to do this. The other reason why I wanted to do it sooner rather than later was because I'm going on vacation, and I was like, okay, am I at a place now where I can actually swim and not be worried about my locks? And if I can wash my hair without braiding and banding, then I'm at a place where I can swim. So I've decided that this top section I will still braid when I go to the pool, and just pull it up in a bun so I don't look crazy, and go ahead and swim. There's a lot of these in here that's married. Look at that, that's trying to marry. A lot of them for some reason. Oh, here's a really good, oh, I just loosened it up. That one was a real good example. So it's a lot of them in here that's trying to marry and getting stuck together. So, but that's really about it. We're on the last section that I unbraided to separate, and then I'm gonna go through when I'm off camera and do the rest of my hair. Kind of hurt. And then we good. Thank you for, hopefully this video is meaningful, and thank you for watching. And hopefully this video is meaningful. Major milestone today, being able to wash without braiding and banding my entire head. I didn't band at all, but I did braid a few. So, all right, have a good one. Thanks, everybody.